What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chef DA. Just giving you a little rundown on how I cook at home. Everybody asks me how I cook, so let's get into it. Um, so basically, these are just some carrots, some onions, and I got a cup of lentils right behind me, right by that book over there. And this is literally what I had in my fridge, y'all. That's how I cook. I don't do nothing fancy at home. Um, but at the end, it's gonna look fancy because that's what everybody says. But just cutting these, dicing these up, and I'm gonna put that in a saute pan with some oil and cook it down just a little bit. So now I'm just sauteing everything down. I'm gonna add the lentils in next. And then after that's all cooked down just a little bit, I'm gonna add in some chicken stock. Once I add the chicken stock in, I'm ready to throw in my seasons. Now, everything I'm adding will be in the link below. Gonna add this. Yep, might need a little bit more of that. But everything will be in the links below. I know it's going kind of fast, but that's just to speed these videos up. I will make these videos longer, talk through them live if you want. Put comments below if you want to see that as well. So after all of this is basically cooked down nice and soft, I'm gonna finish it with a little bit of butter. I'm pretty sure I might have added some vinegar in there too, just at the end, but it's all good. So that's one thing about me. I love grabbing stuff from the garden. So if you guys got anything in the garden is ready to use it. So I'm gonna grab some of these green onions that I got going. I always cut the bottoms off and replant them so I can never go to the grocery store. Makes a lot of sense. As you see, my dogs, they love when I cook. And we got a new dog too, but they can't get none of this, sorry. So right here, I'm just gonna be chopping everything up. I wouldn't even be fancy on this. Just chop it up however you want to. Again, these are the items that I had in my fridge. I had asparagus, I had corn, and then I had some tomatoes. I only used the top of it for something the day before, so I'm gonna be using the whole thing for this dish today. Now for these onions, I'm really gonna keep the bottoms, the solid part. I'm gonna cook that together with the vegetables, and then the tops right now that I'm cutting, I'm gonna keep that separate because they do cook separately because the tops will burn faster than the bottoms will. So always keep that in mind. Stuff that's gonna cook faster, cook that first and keep it separate from everything else. I know it's a little bit harder cooking from home. You don't have all the equipment to, but if it helps, cook some of the vegetables separately and it'll always be easier. Tomatoes. I'm going to take the middles of these out because there's a lot of liquid in there and I don't want this to be a tomato dish. I usually only use the outside and it's easy to cut. Just one of those things that I usually always do. Only keep the centers in if I'm making like salsas or something that I know I would want that juice from that tomato, but I usually will always cut that out. The best part of all, sauteing. So I'm just gonna add this asparagus and corn in first because I know the cook time, but that's gonna be just a little bit longer than everything else. Now for the fish, this is I think Pacific whitening. I made this video like maybe a month ago, so pretty sure that's Pacific whitening. Just salt and pepper that. That's usually all I put on my fish. Nothing fancy. pretty much because I don't like to overdo the stuff that I cook and put all these seasonings, all this. It's just that's not how I cook. I know you can if you want to, literally put whatever you want on there, but that's just what I do: salt and pepper. So I'm just adding some of the seasons I had earlier, but like I always say, wherever your mind takes you, literally season it however you want. It's vegetables. You can literally put salt and pepper on there and it'll be good to go. So now I'm just gonna basically add in everything with the shorter cook time, which is those onion tops and the tomatoes. Not really gonna cook it that much. I'm gonna add some of the garlic and then some of the sambal spices. I love sambal. The chili spice. I really like this stuff right here. It's like you see that it's like pretty much nothing in that bottle. Love it, love it, love it. A lot of people have problems with fish. Today was one of those days. You will always have trial and error, but basically for this fish, it's kind of like sticking to the pan because the skin is it's pretty much half skin, half flesh. So I really didn't get the crisp that I wanted, but you can always disguise that at the end. You'll see. When you're just sitting there waiting, you can get a little dance in. Hey. But anywho, so right here, I want to lift it up just a little bit because I'm going to baste it with butter, or just lightly baste it because I don't want to really put too much butter in there. But this is the point when I was saying, like, with fish, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. I know a lot of people who don't like cooking fish that much, but it is what it is sometimes, as long as it tastes good at the end. But I'm gonna show you what I did to kind of disguise it when I plated it. Now it is go time to put the shrimp in. So I did devein these. When you eat shrimp, try to devein it or already get it deveined. And what do I mean by that? Get the poop out. You gotta get the poop out. Just look into it, research it. You'll understand. Look at her wrist. Hey, look at her wrist. Don't try it at home because you have shrimp everywhere. I'm trying to tell you. If you don't know how to trust me, it'll be food for the dogs. You don't want these dogs to be eating it, so don't try to be fancy. I've seen so many people trying to be fancy. But I got a little bit of stock butter putting in there, and I got a little bit of dry herbs. I usually use fresh herbs, but that's all I had in my house right now. Hey, and that is pretty much it. I enjoyed cooking this, and I enjoy eating it as well. Comment below if you want me to make anything. I will try to do my best at doing that for you guys. Right here is just, I'm just gonna plate it up. This is how I plate at home. Most people say, I'm like, oh man, your food looks so amazing. I'm like, I just be putting stuff on a plate. But that's literally what I do. Um, I had one chef, he gave me the liberty of just like plating the food. Like he had everything, all of ingredients, but he'll just like plate it however you want. And I'm like, okay. But here's that fish, like I said earlier, when it doesn't always come out. I mean, it looks all right, for the most part. Gotta eat some, taste test too as well. The shrimp, man, always amazing. Make sure you devein those shrimp. Just gonna place those veggies. So I usually just like try to layer everything, offset some stuff here and there separately. That's basically what I do when I plate. Um, that's that. And I try to eat as healthy as possible. I really don't eat a lot of beef, so I'm sorry. I probably won't be cooking a lot of beef. Um, I'm in my 30s now. I'm starting to not like chicken, but life goes on. But I try to make as much as I can for you guys because I love to cook, and this is one of my passions. And I finally got the video out. So subscribe, like everything. I appreciate it. That is the dish.